Am I the jerk for telling my husband to get over being cucked by his twin? Imagine finding out the father of your children is technically your own twin who you absorbed in the womb. To start off, let me be very clear. I did not cheat on my husband. All of our children were conceived by the two of us having traditional relations. About 2 years ago, our daughter was having some routine blood work done, and my husband noticed that her blood type didn't match his or mine. This led to accusations of cheating, which, while incredibly hurtful, were somewhat understandable from his perspective. Our daughter also has some physical features that likely come from my father's side, and none of us ever knew him. To settle the matter once and for all, I insisted we get a formal paternity test. It turned out that the biological father was essentially a close DNA relative, matching over 50% of my husband's DNA. My husband was an only child, and his father had been dead for many years. After a lot of questioning, my mother-in-law finally told us that my husband had actually absorbed his twin brother while they were in the womb. Apparently, his own testes contained the DNA of his twin brother. My husband has been deeply upset by this, constantly claiming that our kids aren't really his. He recently cried in my lap, lamenting that he was never going to have a real legacy. I was fairly supportive, even despite his initial accusations regarding my faithfulness. But at this point, I started to feel like he should just realize it doesn't actually change anything about our family unit. After an argument last night where I told him he was blowing it out of proportion and needed to move on to focus on what we have built together, he took off to stay with his mother for a few days. But he actually spent 3 hours at a fertility clinic. Now I have my own mother calling me and telling me I should be more sensitive to his feelings. Am I the jerk? We did have a conversation since I posted this. He wants to get tested to see if one of his testicles has his own DNA, or look into other options and try for another child. I am not sure if I am ready to have another child with him, but I am also not sure if our relationship will last if I refuse. He has also insisted that it is easy for me because our daughter has my DNA, but I would love her even if she were adopted. After telling him that I don't care about his genetic legacy, which was admittedly harsh in retrospect, but this was after hours of being very diplomatic, I told him if we did try for another child in the future, it would be the natural way, or with a donor if he became unable for whatever reason. He then said he was going to hire a surrogate. Obviously, this is ridiculous, and while he does have the financial means, we don't even know if he can have children with his primary DNA. I froze some eggs and he wants to use them, which I told him was fine just to end the argument. If he did go through with it, I feel like I would have to raise the child, but I am not sure how to get him to calm down. I know people are suggesting therapy, but he doesn't want to even entertain it.
I did get him to agree to see a rabbi with me, so maybe that'll help.